I feel pretty, oh so pretty. I feel pretty and witty and gay.
Don't you agree that if a man says he loves a girl, he ought to marry her?
Can she be human?
Please, Mr. Conner, I asked Miss Embry a question.
Oh.
Hello, gorgeous.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high.
How can Batgirl be the best anything when Catwoman is around?
You're a lawyer?
Hell no. I hate lawyers. I just work for them.
Are you decent?
Me?
With the turn of the 20th century, the media industry was overflowing with creativity and technological advances, giving way to the success of Broadway and cinema. Musical theater initially got its start with the aid of European influence. Film, but more specifically Hollywood, got its start with Thomas Edison's creation of the MPCC in 1908. This resulted in the shift of filmmaking locations from east to west. Audiences followed both industries in their struggle for competing power between the power-hungry elite and the smaller companies. Stage productions such as The Wizard of Oz and Babes in Toyland, along with innovative films, The Great Train Robbery and Frankenstein, had American spectators wanting more. Popular actresses during this era include Helen Hayes and Julia Marlowe.
The silent era takes its name after the films that lacked music and dialogue. Viewers relied on emphasized motions, body language, and facial expressions to understand what was happening. The silver screens were predominantly occupied by white women. However, the Harlem Renaissance began to change things for African American actresses that had been pushed aside because of their skin color. Actresses revolutionized the film industry during this era. They slowly began to progress from a conservative look to a more exposed and daring look, many times emphasizing on their sex appeal. The jazz age was a major turning point in the silent era. Actresses began to make movies about flappers, which were outspoken liberal women. They would wear short skirts, excessive makeup, and would show off their sex appeal. It was only until 1927 when synchronized sound into film arose, thus creating a new wave of films known as talkies.
Mary Pickford was one of the most famous and influential actresses during the silent era. This curly-haired blonde starred in over 52 silent films and was one of the 36 founders of the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. Known as America's Sweetheart, she not only acted but even directed films, thus earning her a weekly salary of $2,000. Dedra Barra was another influential actress that arose to stardom during the silent era. Though not as famous as Mary Pickford, Barra transformed the industry with her risque and revealing clothing. She became known as America's first sex symbol, starring in daring sexual roles.
The Golden Age was a glitzy era stretching from the 1930s to early 1950s. Also known as the studio era, it was the end of silent films and start of synchronized sounds. Despite the Great Depression and World War II, which were major events during this time, many great works of cinema and great actresses still emerged during this prosperous period.
Child star Shirley Temple starred in comedy dramas in which she sang and danced.
Animal cracker in my soup, monkeys and rabbits loop the loop.
She received a special Oscar in 1935 for her achievements. Despite stereotypes at the time, Temple's character did not normally depict the docile, passive spectator female child most were used to. In fact, most of her characters were dominant, courageous, and indomitable. She was a heroine bringing people together, saving adults from dangerous situations, as well as speaking up to male adults in a time when most women would rarely dare to. Lucille Ball is one of the best-known TV stars of the 1950s. Although she portrayed glamorous women in movies such as Best Foot Forward and appeared in various radio shows, she is best known as the red-haired homemaker Lucy Ricardo. Her character appealed to a middle-class audience. Unlike many women in the 1950s, Ball was a determined, successful star and career woman.
Speed it up!
From 1967 to 1982, the New Hollywood era entered the entertainment industry. Also known as the American New Wave, this counterculture introduced an explosion of new creative freedom. Themes of sex, violence, drugs, and rock music flooded the scene. Technological advancements and the re-establishment of the rating system heavily influenced the direction of media projects. Events such as the Vietnam War, the invention of birth control, and the second wave feminist movement had lasting historical effects. A great social metamorphosis of the female gender was being born with the help of popular culture.
In the New Hollywood era, actress Audrey Hepburn embodied an idea of femininity for women across a generation with her image. Audrey is portrayed as a highly flexible star that is known for fashion and beauty. She is seen as an object of inspiration because her personality and image has incarnated social mobility and beauty that has structured both her image and career. An influential actress during the New Hollywood era was Farrah Fawcett. Farrah Fawcett is best known for her role in TV series Charlie's Angels.
Once upon a time, there were 3 little girls who went to the police academy.
Charlie's Angel ushered in a new genre of woman, intelligent, beautiful, strong, and independent. Fawcett's character as Jo Monroe portrayed this new concept of female liberation. Without having to downplay her sexuality, Fawcett's character was one such figure who embodied this new social idea.
The blockbuster age of Hollywood began in 1975 and continues till this day. It marked the end of the creative freedom and the access of the New Hollywood era. The arrival of Steven Spielberg's classic film Jaws kicked off the beginning of the blockbuster era. Jaws and other similar films were revolutions in cinema, marking a shift towards advertising, high concept, and disciplined production. During this era, significant events occurred such as the Third Feminist Movement and the end of Cold War. Michelle Yeoh was one of a few minority actresses during the early blockbuster age. She was well known for the James Bond movies, Tomorrow Never Dies. In this film, Michelle surpassed the leading male's role. Her figure brought out the best of women because she displayed what women are capable of doing. Furthermore, her presence in the film made her an ideal female representation. A famous female actress in the blockbuster era is Whoopi Goldberg. Goldberg has been portrayed as a great hit who dominated Hollywood in the 1990s for her outstanding performances. She is best known for her role in the film Ghost as Oba Mae Brown.
Molly, you in danger, girl.
Goldberg is one of the few black female actresses that has won an Oscar award for Best Supporting Actress.
And the Oscar goes to...
And the Emmy goes to...
And the American Theater Wing's Tony Award goes to...